Perfect by Ed Sheeran. I found a love for me. So you want to run that line 40 times and practice that 40 times over and over until you've got it solid. Do you struggle getting that first line right at karaoke or when you're singing a song just to know where to start? Well, this video is for you. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to hit it every single time with confidence. I'm Angie and I'm passionate about helping you learn to unlock your voice and build confidence, whether you're a beginner right through to advanced. There's so many little tricks and tips that can help you unlock your voice, build confidence and enjoy your singing. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notifications so you'll find out whenever we're releasing new material. And I love it when you put comments in, ask questions, let me know how you go and if there's anything you'd like me to do for you so that we can help you unlock your voice. So the first one is going to be, it's so important you're practicing with the artist, that first line. And you've really got to run that first line like an exercise, like you were doing a singing exercise. So if you were doing maybe Perfect by Ed Sheeran, I found a love for me. So you want to run that line 40 times and practice that 40 times over and over until you've got it solid. You want to feel, I found a love for me. You want to make sure you can feel where that note is, and you actually want to have a place like I know. I found a love. I'm going to aim for this spot just in the middle of the roof of my mouth. That's where I feel it. And then I'm going to roll that, I found a love for me. Now if you find it's getting stuck, try it with bubbles. I find where most people get it wrong is they don't practice enough with the singer. So you want to practice that first line with him and mimic and copy and start to feel, where do I feel that spot? So that's my starting point. And even before you go to sing, like often if I'm doing a big concert, the first line of the first song, I'll go into the bathroom before and roll that 20 times, not the whole song. I'm going to trust that I've learnt the song, but that first line, getting it right. Now, once you've got it solidly right, with Ed, for me, it's Ed Sheeran, you know, I found a love, when I'm singing it with him. And you want to listen to him and mimic the shape he's making or the shape she's making, right? Your artist. Roll that line 3 or 4 times because we learn better from mimicking. If all you're doing is practicing with the karaoke the whole time, you're missing the mimicking of that shape to feel where it needs to go. The second tip is that you've got to find out the key that brings your voice alive, right? So in order to get that first note right, sometimes the key's in the wrong place for your voice where it sits now. So one of the most fantastic extensions on Google Chrome, which you can use in YouTube or whatever, is a transposing key, where you can kind of try it down a couple of steps, up a couple of steps. So Ed Sheeran's doing it in a key called A flat. You don't need to know that, it doesn't matter to you. But what you can know is when you add the Chrome extension, you can just go -1, -1, +1, +1. Sing the whole song with him until you feel like, wow, I feel like most of it is in a really good place in my voice. Because you know, the insider's secret is that no singer would ever sing in the key that brings your voice alive. And all of us have slightly different ranges. They're not as big as you think, they're only small. But where your voice comes alive in your face is going to be different. So Ed Sheeran would never sing in the key that brings your voice alive, neither would Adele or Taylor. So you want to make sure that you've got the key that brings your voice alive. Are you enjoying our tips so far? Did you know you can book us one-on-one, me or one of my team, to really fast track your progress? So many people are using tips and kind of guessing, but really with the guidance of a coach, just like going to the gym, you'll fast track your progress and really unlock things with clarity and guidance. We'd so love to help you. Why don't you DM us or send us a message and let's get you started. Now at some karaoke places you can put it down and up, so you want to know that before you walk in, because that will make a difference with the first line, because it'll sit in a place that's comfortable for you. So it depends, obviously, if you want to get the high notes, you might need to adjust the song so while you're learning to get the high notes and it's not quite there, you might need to bring it down a little bit so it's a bit lower in the verses so you can hit the high notes. That's fine. But for that first line, that's another thing. The step 2 is going to be make sure it's in the key that brings your voice alive. Okay, so the first one is roll it like an exercise, that first line, until you can feel where it's meant to be, bubble it, Do whatever you got to do to make that, and then start to aim in the right place with the singer. The second one is make sure it's in the right key for you. Now the third key is it's now time to practice it with the karaoke without the singer. So you want to be able to count in how many bars it's going to be. Have a little listen to before. What's the note? Do, 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 do. Most backing tracks have like a little do, 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 do. So you might have to count it in from the beginning. So you can go 1 and 2 and 3. Or you might find that you can hear you can hear kind of it does a do-do-do, so you start to look for a sign right near to know where you're going to come in. But for the note, you're going to want to play with either the bubble it, I found a love, or the uglies, I found a love, I found a love for me. You know, with all that soft and loud. Now, make sure at home you're practicing with your ears in like this, or in the bathroom, because when you get on microphone, it sounds different. So often when you're practicing at home, you're singing too loud. And so you're pushing it so it constantly feels stuck. And then you get nervous when you sing and you go to push, because the nerves will make the vocal folds go shaky, right? And it'll throw you off. So you might find often at home when no one's listening, it feels great. And then once you're around someone, it's all shaky and nervous. But if you can practice with your ears in, or in a bathroom, something that's resonant so you can hear that nice warm tone, it will make a difference. And so that's so important. And then definitely for nerves, if you're nervous when you go to hit that note, one of the big keys is to let a lot of air out just before you hit it. Because if you find you can hit the note all right, but it just goes shaky because you're nervous, if you take a deep breath, let most of it out and practice this at home. I found a love for me. Even if you're nervous, because there's not as much air pressure, it won't make the vocal folds shake. So practice that at home so you don't let so much air out that you then run out of air for the next line. So it might sound like big breath, 80% out. I found a love, breathe, for me. Although if you're going to be shaky on the second line, don't take too much. You might just take a sip so it'll sound like big breath, 80% out. I found a love, little sip. For me, little sip, darling, just dive right in and follow my lead. So you're just going to have to manage your air so it's not shaky just until you're in. And then you can put a bit of pressure on it and you won't lose it. So there's some big tips, game changers for your karaoke that just set you up. Because for most people, it's just that first couple of lines, right? But if you are struggling with pitch, like even being able to follow your singer, then jump over to my pitch correction one, because 50% of pitch issues where you can't hit the note are more to do with tension than with pitch. So we'll work on that in another one. Have an amazing time. Tell me how you go, which tip worked for you, and ask me any questions, because we love the questions. We really want to help you get those steps to enjoy your voice, enjoy your singing. Hopefully you've loved this content, and we have so much more because we want to help you unlock your singing voice. So feel free to subscribe, like, comment, and we've got lots of content. There's a course you can jump into that we've made really affordable so you can learn the steps to unlock your singing and your voice, or you can book me one-on-one if you need that clarity and that direction to unlock faster. Either way, can't wait to see you in the next video.